Hello and welcome to Out and About. I'm Diane Gonzalez. Lincoln's first big music festival of the year is coming up in February. Lincoln Exposed 2018 highlights the talent right here in our capital city. And joining me is one of the organizers, Spencer Munson. Spencer, thank you very much for being with us today. We've had you on before to talk about Jazz in June. So this is the first time we've had you on to talk about Lincoln Exposed. Tell us a little bit about how this festival got started.
This festival was the brainchild of Pete Waters from the Zoo Bar. He was seeing that there was a lot less business in the dead of winter and talked to the rest of the venue owners and said, hey, let's throw an event and bring people out to celebrate, of course, our own bands, all the Lincoln bands that we have. I think it started, we're in year 13 now. Started at 2 venues over 2 nights, and now we're at 5 venues and 4 nights.
So the dates again, February 7th through the 10th. We're talking about Bourbon Theater, Duffy's Tavern, Zoo Bar, 1867 Bar, and Bodegas Alley. They're all within walking distance of each other. It makes it a lot of fun.
It is great. I love the little 14th and O corridor there. They're all just within a hop, skip, and a jump of each other. So.
Especially nice when it's this cold. So.
Right.
Well, tell us how many bands and solo artists will be performing.
Well, this is just bands. So, you know, if we added solo artists, it would be even another huge group of musicians. We have over 100 bands. I think I've confirmed 90, and we still are waiting on another 20 or 30. So by the end of it, it's going to be packed. I mean, we're having a hard time scheduling it all. It's really exciting.
Now, you've been involved in the Lincoln music scene for a while. Have you ever seen it this crazy?
I have not, no. And you know, we're getting bands from lots of different genres, more R&B and hip hop, even some world music. Whereas it kind of grew around some just indie rock. So it's exciting to celebrate all those different genres.
How unusual is it for different venues like this to cooperate on one festival?
You know, it happens every once in a while in certain cities, but we're very fortunate how much they like to collaborate. They want to bring people down and celebrate the fact that Lincoln is a music city. And so it's exciting to see them come up with new ideas and push the already existing music festivals that we have going on.
Now, what are some of the challenges for the organizers like you in terms of, I imagine scheduling and all that can be pretty challenging.
It is. So we asked the bands to kind of give us an idea of what dates they can play, but scheduling, you know, 120 bands over 4 nights is a little tricky, and sometimes we have to come back to the drawing board and shift some pieces around. But it's also fun to create paths. You know, you can go out for a night and see folk music, and we make sure that we don't put, you know, bluegrass and folk music at the same time, so you can hop around to the different venues, which is fun. And then the cold, of course. But we've had sub-zero temperatures in the past and had hundreds if not thousands of people come out over the weekend. So
that's a lot of fun. Well, how big an audience do you think you'll have this year over the 4 days?
Oh man, I guess we're shooting for hopefully like a couple thousand. So yeah, we usually get 600 or 800 out a night. So depending on if those are repeat customers, we'll see.
Now it's a good opportunity to kind of go sample bands and discover new bands that you might like. How many songs do they play per set?
Each of them usually get 30 to 40 minutes. So songs, you know, 6 to 10 songs. So yeah, it's a great smattering. You can stop in, check out 2 or 3 songs, and then jump to another venue if you don't like it. So it is a really great way to check out new bands and trickle it in with some existing bands. We're going to have favorites like Gerardo Meza and his Mescal Brothers. Universe Contest is a big rock band here in town. Emily Bass is a fan favorite. So there'll be lots of amazing artists.
What are going to be some of the highlights for you?
Well, there's a new band that I like. They're kind of instrumental jazz, kind of bring rock and jazz together, having love jazz myself. They're a band called Mobius. Really neat instrumental funk. I'm also looking forward to Root Marm Chicken Farm Jug Band. I always like seeing them. So
lots of fun.
It'll be good.
Tell us a little bit about how you go about getting tickets, because you can probably get one night or you can buy the whole festival, right?
Exactly, yeah. So we actually have an online ticket link. It's really easy. It's through the Bourbon and Ticketfly. You can go, it's $25 for 4 days, or you can buy day passes, which will be available at each venue. those evenings, and those will be $8, $10, and $12 depending on what night of the week it is.
Now, Spencer, how do you see the future of the Lincoln music scene?
Oh, it's done nothing but grow. You know how we started 13 years ago with 2 venues and 20 bands, and now we're at 120. It's so exciting. I just hope, more venues pop up, more musicians pop up and do a lot of creative projects. And I know that the city and our community is really excited about it, and that's exciting for the future too.
Well, we love the festivals.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun. It creates a real excitement downtown. So thank you for all your hard work in doing that. Again, Lincoln Exposed, the 13th Lincoln Exposed is coming out February 7th through 10th at 5 venues downtown: Bourbon Theater, Duffy's Tavern, Zoo Bar, 1867 Bar, Bodegas Alley. Over 100 bands playing about 30-minute sets each. So great opportunity to get out and see some of the amazing local talent we have here.
Exactly. Yes.
So
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Spencer. And when we come back, we're going to have Jeff Mull here from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. But as we go to break, check out what you can see at some of our local museums. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Out and About. Jeff Mull joins us now from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm glad people can't hear what we say when we're not on camera.
Sometimes the off-air conversation is truly entertaining and memorable.
That's right. And as I recall, we were talking about the Lincoln Stars, were we not?
We were. What an exciting time to be in Lincoln.
That's right. Well,
Right.
the Stars have a lot of home matches at the Icebox in January, so people will want to check them out. There's always a lot of fun and action.
Yeah, there's actually a couple opportunities to see the Lincoln Stars in January take on the rival Omaha Lancers, January 12th as well as January 27th. And I'll tell you what, had a chance to go visit the Lincoln Stars, watched a hockey game over holiday break. It reminded me all those great years of Lincoln Stars hockey, and they're still around. And I am challenging so many people in Lincoln right now, not only to do the things we talk about today, but instead of complaining about not having a professional sports team in Lincoln, get out and support the Stars, the Lincoln Salt Dogs. We've got a lot of great athletic activity right here in the community.
That's right. And a lot of it comes from our colleges
Yes.
and universities here in Lincoln as well. We want to highlight some things that are going on at UNL. Track season is underway. And I read about the Mark Colligan Memorial, so I looked up who he was. He was a longtime track and field coach. He passed away unexpectedly in 2011, and now they
Yes.
have a memorial meet for him. So that's nice, and track and field is always pretty exciting to watch.
Yeah, track and field, we had the Graduate Invitational that happened already, the Mark Colligan Memorial coming up, and then the Frank Savine Husker Invitational coming up in February. So some great indoor track action over at the university.
And UNL gymnastics, both women's and men's, is cranking up. The first home meet for the women is against Rutgers, and that comes up on Saturday, January 20th. They've got several other Big Ten matches coming up there. And then the UNL men's gymnastic team, their first home meet is against Ohio State, also on January 20th.
It's a good time to be over at the Devaney Center for some exciting gymnastics action.
And Nebraska has a good long tradition in gymnastics.
Yes, old Francis Allen, I think, got that whole thing going, and he's stuck with the program. He's still been very much active, so it's great to see them doing well.
Oh, I should mention, this is our first opportunity to congratulate the women's volleyball team.
Yes, what a
Woohoo.
big national championship.
Another one.
Yes, we love that.
We do. We enjoy that a lot. This is a championship city, and we love it when.
Really?
Yes,
I
you
like,
didn't know that?
like the branding.
All right. Yeah.
How would the mayor
all I-
feel about calling Lincoln the championship city?
Well, I think he does quite often.
Yeah.
Right around state tournament time. So
I like a national advertising campaign. Lincoln.
we'll let you borrow it.
Really? I'll put it on my shirt.
Now, if you are more of a sports participant than a spectator, you might want to head down to the rail yard and try your hand at some ice skating.
Yeah, it's been a very popular place over the holidays. The Rail Yard Ice Rink is open. Lots of great opportunities down there to skate during the winter months, enjoy some hot cocoa, some popcorn. The public market's always there for people, and just to be immersed in the activity that's going on in the rail yard is a great experience.
Now, if there is bad weather, you want to check the website first because they may not be open if things are really nasty out. But
Yeah, we've had a few of those days this month and even the late part of December. So,
all right. Another fun place to go is the Hyde Observatory. They have those free Saturday evening shows. They change every month. It's on the south side of Holmes Lake, and it's a very interesting place as well. One of our little hidden treasures.
it is. It's hidden there at Holmes Lake, and like you said, it's a great opportunity to enjoy what's going on in space. And the neat thing is that they've got a lot of great volunteers there to answer questions, more than just you looking up and going, "What is that?" or "Where did that come from?" The volunteers are there always to help out with those questions.
And with the eclipse still fresh in our
Yes,
minds, many
yes.
people have taken renewed interest in what's going on out there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty fun. We want to remind people that the Children's Museum has a First Friday family night. They stay open until 7:30 on the first Fridays of every month. They have a theme for every month. They haven't told us what it is for February yet.
Ooh, it's a secret.
It's a secret. I bet it has something to do with Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I bet
That's
you're
a
right.
guess.
And one thing too I want to point out is this traditionally was on Thursdays back in 2017. That was like a month ago. 2018 is going to be a little bit different. Friday nights, I think it's going to free up a lot more people to get down to the museum and enjoy some great after-hours excitement.
Lots of fun. A Frosty bike ride is coming up. Again, I suppose this is weather dependent too, although
I
the
don't
folks
know.
on their bicycles, they go out and
Yeah.
cycle in all kinds of conditions. But this
Yeah.
is kind of a fun thing. They're going to have a breakfast and then the ride. Everything starts and ends at Cycle Tracks.
Should be like Cycle Works.
Cycle
actually.
Works,
Cycle
sorry.
Tracks. Yeah, Cycle Works.
I have the End Street Cycle Track on my brain.
I think the only thing that would keep them away is deep snow. So as long as the streets of Lincoln are clean, I think they'll be ready to go.
All right. Make sure you wear all your cold weather biking gear for that
Right,
one.
right.
We're going to talk about some of the local theater coming up. The Playhouse has a world premiere. It's a play called TBD. That is not a typo. The play is called TBD, and it's a pretty serious play. It was actually one of the winners of the American Association of Community Theaters New Plays Fest, and the Playhouse was chosen to present this particular winner. There's some adult content in that one. I have read the script. It's going to be a really special show.
Story of two troubled sisters that took in a teenager, if I remember right, and a lot of gripping twists and some suspense and times where you'll be like, oh my gosh, right? I mean, it's going to be a good, very
Yes.
gripping thriller, we'll call it a little bit over there.
Change of pace at Tada Theater. They're going to be presenting Into the Woods, which is the retelling of classic fairy tales. This is such a fun show. Takes the Brothers Grimm into a totally different direction.
That's right, and this is celebrating its 30th anniversary. Into the Woods is considered one of the greatest musicals ever written. I've heard that said about a lot of things, but Into the Woods is one that I continue seeing being labeled as that kind of a production.
It's a good show. Wesleyan has a couple of theater productions coming up. The classic Death of a Salesman is going to
Great.
be on stage in January.
Love what they're doing at Nebraska Wesleyan, and this is a good example of the breadth and the depth of their productions.
And this is a Pulitzer Prize winning drama, so good time. If you haven't seen it yet, or maybe you've seen the movie version, it's always it's really special to see live performances.
I read the book. It was good.
All right. Wesleyan's also doing Peter and the Starcatcher. This tells how Peter Pan became Peter Pan.
Right, this Tony-winning play upends the century-old story of how an orphan becomes the boy who wouldn't grow up, and then obviously Peter Pan comes out of that. So this is a great opportunity to see what happens before Peter Pan.
There's lots of great music coming up in the capital city to start the year off, and the first thing we want to talk about is the annual Abraham Lincoln Birthday Celebration. We try to do something a little different every year, and for the 18th annual celebration, we're going to present the Lincoln Municipal Band.
Yes, and the Lincoln Municipal Band is the oldest band in Lincoln from everything that I've seen. And this is a neat opportunity to thank Abraham Lincoln and celebrate everything that he was for not only our city, but the culture of government itself. And I know we're working on a little something with you as well for Abraham Lincoln down at our Visitor
Yes,
Center.
we are.
So we've got some big news coming up on that, and we'll be happy to share that here in the coming weeks.
All right, the Lincoln Municipal Band, they draw lots of folks to Antelope Park on those Sunday night free concerts in the summer, and this is an opportunity to see their patriotic concert in the wintertime.
It's gonna be
it'll be
so
fun.
nice.
Thursday, February 8th at Lincoln Southwest High School, which is a beautiful venue. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So crossing our fingers on the weather.
We'll be good, I
But
promise.
At least we're indoors and not
Yes,
outdoors.
it's good point.
The Capital Jazz Society is back for another year in a new venue, and another new feature of the Capital Jazz Society is all their concerts are free.
A lot of great music. If you look at what's on the screen right now, there's just a lot of great things going on, from Monday Night Big Band to First Monday Jazz Jam. Everything shifted over to Blue Blood Brewing Company. We were sad to see them move from the venue that they were in after they closed, but Blue Blood's a great destination, not just only a great place for food and beer, a lot of great history going on over there at Robbers Cave.
That's right. Remember, Blue Blood Brewing is at 925 Robbers Cave Road. And if you want to do the Robbers Cave tour, that's pretty special. I
Yes.
imagine you have to, it's pretty much 40 degrees down there all the time, isn't it?
It's warmer than it is outside right now, so
That's true. If you want to warm up, go to the cave.
yeah, who knew?
The Nebraska Jazz Orchestra is presenting Scott Whitfield on the trombone and the Young Lions All-Star Band coming up at their first concert of the year.
Under the direction of Ed Love, NJO's music director, this concert itself will feature a lot of great contemporary music performed by big-name artists, and just a great merging. This Young Lions artist group that we've been talking about and their band is just a great way to see tomorrow's up-and-coming musicians as they get a chance to play on a big stage.
Nebraska Brass Concert Series is going to present Winter Tunes for Cold Nights.
Hot Tunes for Cold Nights is a concert. This year, everything will be over at Grace Lutheran Church. Churches make great venues for music, so
Yes,
we're
they
excited
do.
about this venue.
And one of the best ones is at First Plymouth. We've got 3 Aubin music events to talk about. The first one is a children's choir, Sing Around Nebraska. And this has been going on all over the state, and Aubin Music is going to present it right here in Lincoln.
That's right, more than 150 children from Lincoln area will gather together to sing a toe-tapping, heartwarming program led by nationally renowned guest conductor Emily Ellsworth.
And these are kids in grades 4, 5, and 6.
Mercy.
It'll be fun, yeah. The favorite, one of the favorite things for Valentine's Day is the My Funny Valentine fundraiser for Aubin Music. This is a kind of a whole evening. There's a gourmet dinner, silent auction, concert. It's just a special night to hear some nice romantic tunes.
Get your reservations in now. Seating is very much limited for this very popular event, so book your holiday date, your Valentine's Day or night or season date right now.
All right. And Aubin Music is presenting a British classical vocal ensemble. I did not check on how to pronounce this. Voces? What do you think about that? Voces 8?
Looks good. Voces 8.
There we go. We're going to go with that. They are one of the world's most versatile and best-loved singing groups.
And they have toured Europe, North America, and Asia quite extensively. To be able to have them in Lincoln, to be able to have them at First Plymouth Church is indeed a great opportunity for people to enjoy their music.
And let's go on now to the Lead Center and talk about the Lincoln Symphony's first concert of the year. They're going to be featuring their concertmaster, Anton Miller, as well as some music from Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, a lot of great harmonies and high emotional drama.
Next up on the lead schedule is Streb, and this is it's called the woman who founded this, Elizabeth Streb. She's called the Evel Knievel of Dance.
That's right. She's a daredevil event, nimbly weaving her dance, athletics, cirque acrobatics, and Hollywood-style stunt work into one performance. This sounds fun. Now, she's had sold-out performances in years past at the Lead Center, so to be able to have her back after 2014 for yet another performance is a pretty good privilege for us in Lincoln.
Yes, it is. All right, we've got the Lincoln Friends of Chamber Music are going to be at the Johnny Carson Theater with the Attica String Quartet.
This string quartet has made and been one of America's premier young performing ensembles. They actually started back at the Juilliard School in 2003, and then in 2007 they made their professional debut after rolling out of the Artists International Winners Series in Carnegie Hall. So a very worldly, nationally known traveling group.
That's what we get here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
We're really good at that.
Yes, we are. I have tickets for the January 27th Lead Center performance, Manhattan Transfer Meets Take 6. I'm looking forward to this very much.
Which one are you looking forward to? The merging of the two,
Both?
or
Well, they have 20 Grammy Awards
Right.
between them. So
that's a lot of good music.
This is going to be amazing. Kind of, they describe it as a once-in-a-lifetime thing. That's becoming kind of the Lead Center's thing with the big Firebird coming up in February.
I got to tell you, the Lead Center is everywhere I go, because not only do they have an amazing schedule put together, I was in an elevator in downtown Lincoln across from the Embassy Suites in the Lead Center. Their entire schedule was on the door of the elevator. So I had a great chance in pictures and in print to see what they have going on, and not a lot that I can look at and go, I don't want to be there, because it's a lot of good opportunities.
Yes, it is. Another great opportunity coming up in early February is Jersey Boys. This is the story of the Four Seasons with, some great music.
Great music. Tony Award-winning, Grammy, Olivier Award-winning Best Musical about rock and roll, and the relationship of these four young men.
And some of their songs, of course, Sherry, Big Girls Don't Cry, Ragdoll, Oh What a Night, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You.
Wow.
Makes you want to just start singing,
I
doesn't
just
it?
about did, but I saved you all.
Oh, shoot. Maybe during the break.
No, because somebody's always recording.
Oh, that's true. Let's go on out to the Lancaster Event Center. We're going to start with some extreme bull riding. This is some of the country's finest bull riders and some of the best bulls.
Man against bull.
Man against bull. And I guess bulls in this sort of, in this culture, they develop reputations as well as the riders.
They have neat names, too. They
Do
have
they?
very scary names,
Like
because
what?
they're just aggressive. Just look up bull names for
Like
bull riding.
Jeff Mall,
Oh,
a bull named
wow,
Jeff
a bull
Mall.
named Jeff.
That'd make me
It's
scared.
pretty fierce competition.
Okay, we've got a couple weekends where we've got some of their biggest shows, starting with the first weekend in February, the annual Boat Sport and Travel Show. This is the one where you're likely to see a water skiing squirrel.
Ziggy, the water skiing squirrel, has made an appearance in Lincoln a lot. This features over 150,000 square feet of exhibit space on one level, on-site free parking at the event center, and a lot of great opportunities to dream about warmer weather, look at boats, see water skiing squirrels, maybe buy some fishing stuff, and just dream, because right now it's been a cold winter. And
Yes,
to be able
it
to dream a
has.
little bit about boat and sport and travel is a pretty good time to do it.
And that is followed the very next weekend by another opportunity to dream at the Home and Garden Show. Maybe start planning what you're going to put in that garden once the temperatures start to thaw a little bit.
Over 300 exhibitors are on stage there at the Lancaster Event Center, and just an opportunity to go out and learn some landscaping ideas. Again, think about warmer weather ahead, and it's always great, these annual traditions that we have in Lincoln. You see, if you go to these events, you see a lot of the same people over and over and over again. And it's the relationships that you build at these events that is very much lasting into the future.
You probably find some pretty good discounts this time of year as well.
I bet
Lots
you
of
could.
specials.
I bet
and
you could.
Get out there and save some money.
Right.
So I have a feeling it's going to be a big year for Lincoln events.
Yeah, 2017 was an amazing event for Lincoln. We had some records broke. The solar eclipse was a big part of that energy. More visitors than we've ever seen, more website hits, lodging tax collections in Lincoln and Lancaster County were up. So Lincoln's truly in a very good place right now, and it's really up to everybody out there watching the show to energize and interact with the events that we talk about. And most people can get to our website to find that, and we just encourage people to get out and do something a little bit different this year.
That's right. And if you are out and about and you see some visitors from other places, be sure to make them feel welcome. We're all ambassadors, right?
We are. Help them around the community if you can.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. Lincoln.org is
That's
the
right.
website.
And give us a call at 434-5348. That's actually our visitor center down at 7th and P inside the Lincoln Station.
All right. Thank you very much, Jeff, and we'll check with you next month. As we go to break, we're going to show you some of the other big events coming up at the Lancaster Event Center. And then Tom Lorenz will join us from Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowl. Stay with us. Welcome back to Out and About. Tom Lorenz joins us now, and we're taping early January, another great editorial praising Pinnacle Bank Arena and the other concert venues in our town.
That's the great part, that this is really becoming a music city. There's so many great venues, there's so many options, and we all kind of build off of each other because it's fun to start seeing things that maybe played at the Zoo Bar or something, and then went to Bourbon and to Vega, and now are opening or playing at Pinewood or playing at the arena. Those kind of things happen. And when you can vertically integrate all of those different bands and artists and get people excited about going out to see live music, it really makes for a vibrant town. And Nebraska, Lincoln is just such a cool place to be. And I think we're performing very, very well for Lincoln and in the Midwest and for a lot of communities. So it was very nice to see the editorial. And the credit, we get to put on the shows, but the credit comes to all those folks that buy tickets and come out, and we're just thrilled to be here in Nebraska.
Well, we wouldn't buy those tickets if you didn't have some good stuff for us to watch.
There's some great stuff that comes through, and 2017 was an outstanding year, just unbelievable. So it's 2018 will be another strong year for us.
All right. As I mentioned, we're taping the first week of January. Both the men's and women's basketball teams, Husker basketball teams, have over 10 wins.
They do.
They're headed right into the thick of the Big Ten schedule now.
Yeah, and they've played a few Big Ten games, and they're competitive and they're strong. It's going to be exciting, and we're starting to feel that excitement build in the arena already. That during the games you're seeing more and more people, the noise level's going up. So if you haven't been to a game, boy, I really encourage you to come down, because it's both teams are so much more exciting this year, and it's fun to be part of that.
Now, didn't someone call the men's team? They said they were scary.
Well, one of the other coaches said they had, a murderer's row or something like that. That you put that certain lineup in at the end, and those guys just cruise on. Tim has got a great group of guys. There's a lot of younger players there too, so they're going to be good for a long time, and that's great for Nebraska and fun to watch.
And the arena's been rated as one of the best places to see college basketball, so that adds to the fun.
And it's just, and part of that is just the atmosphere in there, that people do get excited. They stand, they're yelling out, and great sight lines everywhere. We're really, really happy to be part of that.
And you've managed to fit in a few shows in between the basketball games, so let's talk about some of the other non-basketball events coming up. Actually, we're starting with the basketball event, the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's right. They get to come back again. They love it here in Lincoln. Excellent athletes, very cool little routines. You and I have watched them for years. It's always something a little bit different year to year, but you never can get over the fact that they can stand at half court, do a hook shot, and swish that thing as they go through. It's great family fun. It's not very expensive, and we hope that a lot more people just get a chance to stop by and cheer them on and have a great afternoon.
All right, coming up the very next night is WWE takes over the arena.
Yeah, and this is cool. This will be a house show. It's not one of the Raws. It's not one of the one of the bigger TV shows. But this is where right before those things, all the guys get together and girls, and it's always an excellent show. It's a lot of fun. A lot of the stars that you want to see are going to be there, and great close seats. It is a fun event, and it's been a little while since WWE's been here, and we're glad to have them back.
All right, Avenged Sevenfold is coming February 8th, and that's more of a hard rock kind of show.
It is. We haven't done that sort of hard classic, not classic rock, but hard rock show. And Avenged Sevenfold, Breaking Benjamin, Bullet for My Valentine, a really, really good package, and it's selling amazingly well. There are still some tickets available, but it will be a hard rock night, and it's kind of fun to be able to do that again. We used to do those kind of shows at Pershing a lot, and now it's nice to be able to do a couple at the arena.
There are a couple of huge shows coming up in March, and so we want to find out about ticket availability. First of all, for Pink, March 6th.
Nothing bigger than Pink. I mean, it's unbelievable. She is everywhere. She is the consummate artist, wonderful musician, and her shows are not just music. It's not just a show. It's the athleticism of the shows, and you've seen that with some of the things she's done, leading up to this. She flies around the stage. There's great things going on. It's an amazing show. Ticket availability is slim because it's sold very, very well from the beginning. There still are some tickets out on Ticketmaster. There are probably some more of the premium tickets, and there's a fairly decent price on those, but as we get closer, hopefully there's some more that get released. So I always encourage people to keep checking Ticketmaster often and be able to come and see Pink.
The other big show in March is Lord and Run the Jewels. What are ticket sales like for this one?
There's some room for some ticket sales yet on this one. We put it on sale a little bit early, and so there's you should be able to go on Ticketmaster, be able to get great seats for that. Great package. Run the Jewels played over at in Omaha recently, and Lord is just becoming a bigger and bigger star all the time. The album broke out very strong, and there's always great music to be heard when she's in town.
All right. Get your earplugs ready. Monster Jam is coming back.
They love coming back here, and they've done something a little bit. It's kind of a triple threat, they call it this year. So not only do we have the great big monster trucks, which are amazing. Those things are marvels of engineering. The things they can do with those, there's new tricks every year. We have 8 of them on the floor, and it's just, you're right on top of the action. Then they also have kind of these bigger utility vehicles, and they'll be racing around, and then we get the quad runners that are out there. So lots of action. I've always said nothing better than a lot of loud noise, trucks, kids, a little bit of sugared snacks, and you turn them loose and make a heck of a day on it.
All right. Brad Paisley is coming April 26th. How many times has he been in Lincoln?
He's been at, we did him at Pershing at least once or twice, and then he played recently a show kind of outside the football stadium. It was a free show.
Oh, that's right.
A little over a year ago, and he played at State Fair. Brad Paisley, what an excellent musician. Songs are fun, they're meaningful, they touch your heart, and some of them are just, flat out comedy type songs, and lots and lots of talent. He's got a great lineup with him that weekend, selling well, and we look forward to having Brad back. He's always a terrific entertainer.
Then Chris Young is coming May 12th. It's more of an up-and-coming
That's
performer.
it. He's one of the new guys, and he's strong in smaller markets, and so now he's hitting into the arena area. And Kane Brown is a really, really popular opener for him. I know that a lot of people are coming just to see Kane also. So that'll be a hot weekend. Great show for us to get. It's fun to see these guys on their way up, and we'll do them again in a couple years, and they'll be selling out in an instant. So. Lincoln's a great country market, and Nashville knows it, and they're willing to send their guys up here as often and as quickly as possible.
Now, Cirque du Soleil has been here several times as well. They're bringing their new show, Corteo.
This is a beautiful show, and it's a whole storyline about a clown that kind of looks back on his life and sees some different things happening. This is a very classic Cirque show where lots of acrobatics. We have the seating set on the east side and on the west side, and you kind of look through and see it from both sides. You're right in the middle of it, in the middle of the floor. It will be a beautiful show. Cirque does things just wonderfully. The music, the visuals, all of the lighting, and it's just one of those things that's a great family event. Selling quite well, and so I'm excited that they get to come back. We'll probably see them about every 2 years.
That'd be great. All right, let's go on out to Pinewood Bowl. We're in the dead of winter right now. It's kind of hard to think about sitting outside for music, and other great entertainment. But it's coming up before we know it. May 18th, Impractical Jokers.
Yep, and that'll probably be the first show of the season. We were able to get it up on sale. What a group of fans for Impractical Jokers Lincoln has, because it's been amazing the number of sales that have been out there on that. Lots of people talking about it, and it's something a little bit different. But we have comedy, we have some great classic rock that we'll be doing this summer. We've got some unique kind of indie type music, so it'll be another terrific season. We're probably locked in at 5 or 6 shows already, and this time frame between January and probably mid-February we'll lock in the rest. Those things will start to go on sale soon, so always watch out local media, check our website, and next month we'll have the updates on all the cool things we get to announce.
So lots of Pinewood Bowl news coming up.
Yep.
This month and early February.
Yeah, and that's generally when we'll announce most of those shows, get them up on sale, and I think people will be very pleased with this season. It's going to be a strong, strong season, and we'll probably do 10 shows, I think is right in that area.
It's become such a summer favorite of people.
It's favorite for us too, because it's such a beautiful venue, and it works well. People get to spend some time outside. The artists love it because they love the way it looks. The fans are close by, and again, just like in the arena, there's such a great reaction that people are looking to come there and asking to come there, and we're glad to accommodate that.
Well, thank you very much, Tom, again for all that you do to Keep Lincoln on the map.
Well, and again, we can't be more pleased than to be here, and we're very blessed, and it's a great community, and we've got a lot of cool venues, and so thanks, Lincoln.
Going to be another big year.
All right.
Thank you, Tom. Again, the websites to find out more about what's going on at Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowl are right there. PinnacleBankArena.com, PinewoodBowlTheater.com. And again, the latest announcements will be all over local media
They will.
and social media.
Yep.
So watch out for some big news coming up very soon.
Very good.
Thanks again, Tom. That is all for this month's Out and About show. I want to thank all the guests that we had for today. Now, if you missed any of the events, stay tuned. We'll run a list again right after this program. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you out and about.